of bad news to start what is a good feeling film in that we started it late, hoping to get Mick Fanning here on time, but he is running late, so I apologise for that bit. But we will start with talking to Barney and Kate and the rest of the filmmakers, so I apologise for that. We do have, we did run across the Riptop story. And for the taking the year off, and he's gone on a Riptop trip and is meant to be back today, so I apologise for that, and I'm still hoping that it'll turn up. But that's what the Riptop story had across the road. Did you guys all like the movie?
Yeah.
My name's Mick Lawrence. I'm part of the producing team of the film, and tonight what we were hoping to do was allow you guys to understand the process of making this particular film and what it takes to bring a team together. So it's the story behind the story, and it's an incredible story itself, and the reason where the title came from is about you and me. It's been about all of us working together and you and me tonight connecting on the film, so that's where the film title came from. And with that, I would like to start just with these guys look like they should be at school, and that's where the originating part of the filmmaking process started. So this is Taylor and Lorenzo, and they started documenting Barney and Kate about 4 years ago. And I'd just like to ask Taylor, where did that start? What happened for you to pick up a camera and started filming Barney and Kate?
Well, I was actually going into my senior year at uni 4 years ago, and I was reaching out to my family as to what I should focus on for my senior film. And they introduced, my cousin actually grew up with Barney back in Sotel, and he introduced me to him and told me about his motivation to walk again. And I partnered up with my best friend and said, do you want to move to Australia and start filming? And he was like, absolutely, let's do it.
So you're not from here, are you?
No, I'm not.
And something amazing, you go there for a week and you're like, okay, let's hear your story. And it's this incredible story, but it's not over, it's his life, So we have all these goals and we're like, okay, well, why don't we come back for his next thing? And he's like, okay, now I'm going to do this. We're like, okay, why don't we go back and get that? And then it just keeps growing and growing, and eventually we had a beautiful feature-length film.
So you guys, in the first few years, borrowed money from friends and family and credit cards and stuff, and that's how you were funding it with the help of living with Barney and Kate. That's how the first 3 years were really documented. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We did a crowdsource funding. We got some money through that. We had fundraisers, credit cards, family helped out, and we had lots of credit cards. But we did whatever we could to make it out, and we made it happen.
And so, Barney and Kate, how did you feel like, we were joking at dinner tonight, you felt like you adopted 2 kids and they moved in?
Yeah, they are our children.
Yeah, they are. So, just a short story. We'd just drive everywhere around and we'd be filming and stuff, and then me and Kate would be in the front and be like, oh, look, yeah, both our kids are asleep in the back. And then we just slam the brakes on and just and we wake up, yeah.
It wasn't really that funny, actually.
And what were you hoping to make? What were you doing?
The goal was just a 15-minute short, honestly. We're just like, you know what, they said we couldn't do it, so let's just see what we can get. Because we knew his story was amazing. And then it just became this massive project. We just wanted to show people that he did have an amazing story. And we were just like, all right, we'll show this to our uni and prove them wrong. Instead, we're showing it to the world, so.
And how did you guys feel having people follow you around? Did you feel your privacy was invaded, or did you feel on guard, or was it an invasive process?
I don't think so, just because, well, Taylor's cousin is my best friend and also Barney's best friend, so immediately we hit it off. She's pretty much the same person to her, so it was like living with my best friend anyway, so we felt really comfortable and we had a really good relationship right from the beginning that we'd be like, no, don't film right now, or let's do this.
Or I'm in the shower, you don't come in.
We actually did.
The right money and backing behind us, and that's kind of right when we met Taylor Steele, and he he introduced us to Mick Lawrence, and we showed him a little teaser, a little sizzle reel we put together, and straight away he just jumped on board and believed in us and believed in our story that we wanted to tell, and that's kind of where it took off.
So to connect that story, a good mate of mine is Taylor Steele, who the surfers in the audience would know. Taylor Steele, we've made a couple of films together, and he's a really good mate of mine, and he rang me and said, our production company made Bra Boys, we made Fighting Fear, we've made The Crew, First Love, a whole lot of. And so Taylor rang me and said, look, you've made a gang movie, you've made a friendship movie, I think I've found you the greatest love story ever. He goes, how do you feel about making a love story? I said, well, okay. This what we proved now. And their story is inclusive and infectious. And then I sat with Barney and Kate then told me her story, which wasn't really a part of the story. They were following Barney around, and I have 2 daughters. And the other 2 films that I've been really involved with have been more engaged to my son and giving him messages through Fighting Fear on that. And I just thought Kate's story was incredible and what an amazing role model for young women. So that's what sucked me into the story. So from that, we, as a team, I had Shay Lee, who is an AFTRS graduate, and she was, I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with as a producer in Australia, and I asked her, because she's their age and speaks their language, and really great stuff, which I never was going to take off. And from that, I said, Shay, will you come and help me make this movie? So Shay joined me as a producer, and so she just graduated a year ago, and she just finished producing her first feature documentary. So congratulations, Shay. So
A lot more, and surfing, standing up, and just becoming a more sort of active dad. And so yeah, it'll be a non-stop process, but yeah, we're just excited to just keep going.
next question. Oh, right up the back, of course. See, this is what a producer does for an old man.
How you doing? So I guess my question is that you've been going and doing, a lot of your training and stuff overseas. Obviously in the States, like you talked about, and I read that you've been to places in Canada and stuff like that. Now that you're, have this kind of popularity and a bit of a role model, can you see yourself sort of promoting that opportunity to people with spinal cord injuries in Australia?
Exactly, that's sort of one reason that we want to do this movie as well. It's just to help people. So many people just don't know about these sort of things, and I just love sort of spreading the news of all these amazing things that I didn't have in the beginning. So in the beginning there was nothing like what's going on right now, and now that I know all this stuff, I'm more than sort of happy to. I want to tell the world and people that are in similar situations to me that it's not the end once they have an accident, and just turn them in the right direction and just change their lives as well.
What's not in the film as well is Barney runs a charity surf event called the Barney Miller Classic, and it was started when Barney initially had his accident by a good friend who did it for his school project. And initially the money raised went to Barney, but then every year since then he's raised money for another individual who has sustained a spinal injury, and to help them with whatever it is. And it's coming to its 17th year this year, and it's bigger than ever, and GoPro is the major sponsor of it, and our goal is to keep growing it more and more, so we're not just helping one person, we're helping multiple people along the way, so then they all have that same opportunity to find success in their own recovery.
Further update about the Wings for Life charity that Red Bull runs about spinal injury. Barney's the face of that charity for Australia, New Zealand and America, and they're going to tour him around to give talks, and he's already been speaking to key athletes and people about his story. So they really would like Barney to share through the Wings for Life charity, and you would have saw him send their logo there, and that was Red Bull's commitment to the film to get Barney's story out there. Next question.
Every weekend, I've got to get out there every weekend. if I miss a weekend, you can really tell because I start getting shitty and and then as soon as I'm out there, like it's just it just calms you right down again. And it's just been such an important thing as well with my surfing because I am lying down. I'm in the total opposite position that I am in sitting, so it stretches out all the front and it just helps me more aligned with all my standing and stuff. So yeah, every weekend I love it.
I'm not great at surfing yet, but I'm still on a foam board. But I love getting out there with him and seeing him, being out there with him and catching the same waves with him is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely something cool to share the same love. Sure.
To the two producers, was there any time in the 4 years where you thought you'd bitten off more than you can chew and you thought, oh, pack up and
Every
go on? And where do you see yourselves going from here now?
Well, it was really, your first question, it was really difficult to keep going, but his story is honestly what drove us. You know, the fact that he keeps going every single day and he keeps striving for greatness. We're like, how can we not come back and keep filming this? Like, the story is amazing, and it's hard, you know. We both had jobs and opportunities that we had to turn down multiple times, and it gets difficult to make the time for it, but we kept coming back because we knew this was something special.
But we were also very fortunate because we worked like very much like a yo-yo. When he was up, I was down. When I was down, he was up, vice versa. So we really just cheered each other on when we needed it the most, and we met the right people at the right time, to be honest.
And then as far as what's next, I think we both want to try and get to more creative work. Currently in America, we do more logistics, production work on television. And I think now that we've done this, we're definitely a lot more confident in our abilities when it comes to creative work. And so we're going to try and get into more maybe TV productions and movies, hopefully. That's what we want to do next. All right.
Just following on from that, and what did your professor think about this?
She actually just commented the other day on one of the premiere photos, and she was like, I'm sorry, I didn't think that this would happen. I'm so glad you guys kept going with it, and we want to screen the film at our school. And we're like, maybe we'll. We have a lot of stuff going on. We'll try and make it. But yeah, it was great to hear that, you know, because it was one of our motivations to do it. It wasn't the main focus, but you know, just like him, when we're told no, we're like, we're going to do it. We can do it. So it was really nice to hear.
What's your motivation if you've been given more hope in the beginning that you're going to walk again? Barney?
Definitely. And that's, it only takes a tiny bit of hope and just someone to sort of tell you that there is even a slight chance you can do it, but it's just sad that there's not right now, like they don't, and that's what that's what, the number one thing is hope, that's what we want to give people, and I think that's all anyone needs to succeed and overcome whatever they're sort of being put.
I agree. I think generally they prepare you for the worst, not the best.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mind me asking you, have you ever chipped your teeth off that ring? It looks quite awkward.
I can't say I have, but it's definitely got caught in things, and that's a bit painful.
I actually opens a lot of things with his teeth, so...
I think I chip my teeth more opening bottles, I reckon.
Any question?
Anyway, the first time we sort of started hanging out was in Jeffreys Bay, and I was just at the event, wanted to check out Jeffreys, the Billabong event once, and we just sort of ran into each other, and he sort of just wanted to help, he's like, can you see the event enough, and so we just started talking, and then we went out that night, and it got pretty wild, and then we just sort of started chatting, and then, don't know, ever since then, he sort of was like, I said I want to get into surf again, and so he's like, well, I can connect you with Rip Curl and get you wetsuits or whatever you need, and then it just sort of blossomed from then, and it's it's funny because there's so much media that sort of sounds as though me and Mick have this bromance going on, and even like there's been you and me ... and Mick and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. Or the opposite, like you and me ... Kate and Kate. Stuff like that. But yeah, the rest is history.
Can you tell us what naughty stuff Mick got up to?
Nah, mate. You can imagine. Yeah, well, you should do it. Like, I think you definitely could. Like, don't. Where should you start? You should. Well, you look like you got a pretty cool crew up there that sort of look after you, and just get them to take you in the water and just be cautious and put you on a board and just. I don't know if you would drown, but like there's always someone nearby.
Well, you
I have a vest on as well, so it floats.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then.
Is there an organisation that would help?
Of course, yeah, like there's definitely there's a lot of disabled surf associations around, and yeah, well, I think there is. Like there used to be, but even just reaching out to like surf clubs or board riders, like they'd be more than happy. Like I think they'd be stoked to be able to give you the stoke that they feel every day.
Can you explain the modifications you've made to a surfboard?
Yeah. Well, this was something we sort of had to play around with a bit, and so I obviously have a bigger board which is 7'10", and then so to hold myself up, I've got like these straps like that they use for like toe surfing and stuff. So there's one on each side of the board which I put my elbow up in, and then the boys just roll me onto the board, and then that's about it. Like, and then they just push me, and then it's go time. And but then there's like so at the back near the legs, it's sort of these things that hold your feet in, so your feet or your legs don't fall off, and it's you just do whatever's sort of comfortable for you, like.
The thing with Disabled Surfers Association, though, they won't put you out in something that you're not comfortable in as well. They'll have somebody on the back of the board with you initially, so then you can figure out how comfortable you are and everything in it, so you'll be safe, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No way. And then you'll get to the point where you're just like hating having someone on the back of your board. Like the amount of times when in the beginning, like there's someone on the back, I'm just like, get off. Like, but yeah, it's just something that you do over and over again. You'll get more and more confident and enjoy it.
I'd just like to wrap up by saying thank you for coming tonight, but things like tonight were possible through Event Cinemas and this lady here, Alison and Fiona, who runs this complex here. And Event Cinemas has also been a sponsor of the movie, and they've been helping us get the word out there. And tonight was possible through the team at Bondi Junction event and the event head office. So thank you, Alison and Fiona, for your help tonight. So yeah. We're going to probably just drop in at the Active Bar for a quick drink if anyone wants to have any. Well, it's not open, so we. Well, that was all.
The space is open if people want to come and have a chat to you guys.
Yeah, that would be good.
The space is definitely open at the top of the stairs, so you're welcome just to catch up.
We'll hang there for a while if anyone's got any more personal questions. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for coming. Someone better grab me.
Didn't say much, far out.